doing a video called The Products I Regret Buying, and it's pretty much products that just don't work for me or are okay but I don't think they're worth the money. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you them. And keep in mind that some of these products might have worked for you, they just didn't work for me so well, or I didn't like the color or stuff like that. So if you like one of these products and one of them is like your holy grail, then please don't get angry, don't hate. Okay, I'm just going to start in like completely random order. So the first thing is the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam Foundation. If you don't know what it is, it's actually cool, so I'll show you. You just shake it, and then you've probably seen this, but and then it like foams. Like, what? That's so cool. And it just got on my wall, so it's really cool. And then you just like pat it, and it like becomes foundation. And I saw this and I was like, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I have to get it. And so there was a Revlon one, and then there was this one, and I heard better reviews about this one, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this one. So I heard this wasn't good for dry skin, and the formula, like, I had seen it on people, and it didn't look very like moisturizing, and it looked kind of drying when I saw demos and stuff, but I was like, I don't care. And in case you don't know, I have dry skin, pretty dry skin, where I like flake and it's like really nasty. So I was like, whatever, I don't care, I want that. So I got it, and it sucks. It even if I'm not flaky, it just finds little flakes and attaches to them, and they weren't even there before. So yeah, this is just totally bad for dry skin. It grabs my flakes, it grabs dry patches, and just it isn't nice. And it does match me pretty well, but after 5 minutes you can already see it flaking and it looks really gross. So yeah, this is the first product I regret buying, but I have heard it's really good if you have oily or normal skin. Okay, the next product is something that might kind of surprise you. A couple of these things I think will surprise you because some of them are pretty popular. But this is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer SPF. So it just looks like this. Sorry about the lighting, it's like 11:30 literally, but I just wanted to film, I was bored. Anyway, so I don't think this matches me very well. Either I think this is a little yellowy and I have really, really pink undertones. So that was the first thing that was wrong with this. The second thing is I have pretty bad skin, as you can probably see in my other videos. It's not terrible by any means, but it's definitely not great, and I definitely can't walk around with no makeup on and feel super, super confident. And I was like, you know what? I want something for the summer that's going to be lightweight and that will kind of cover my skin but still feel like lightweight. And that's what I heard about in a lot of reviews. A lot of people said that this did have coverage, unlike a tinted moisturizer, like fuller coverage, but it felt so light. It doesn't cover anything, and if I put on a couple layers, then it feels heavy and it still doesn't cover. And then if by chance I can kind of get it to cover, it flakes. So not a huge fan of this. And if you have like perfect skin and you just need to even up the tone, then go for that, but I didn't like it. Okay, the next product I think is going to be one of the most surprising, and I'm really upset about this one because I think it was the most expensive out of all of them, but it's the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. And I know you're all dying right now. Looks like that, and I know you're like, that shaped really weird, because I dropped it and I broke. So I was already upset about that. And then this is just so glittery, and it's too gold one, and it's so glittery. I can't stand it. It literally looks as though I was a 5-year-old going through my mom's makeup and I found some glitter and I poured it all over my face. Like, it's too glittery. Looks completely unnatural, and this was super, super expensive. So I'm annoyed about that. So I'd say ignore the hype on this. It's not that. The next thing is something I haven't heard much about, and it was only a couple dollars, so I'm not that upset about it. But it is the e.l.f. Conditioning Lip Balm SPF 15 in Perfect Pink. Looks like that. This packaging is huge. Like, and the product doesn't even take up like half of it. Like, there's so much extra plastic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're trying to make it look like fancy or something, but it's just annoying. And two, this is just so sticky. Like, it feels gross on my hand and it feels gross on my lips, but it is pretty pigmented. Where did I swatch it? Right there. And you do get a decent amount, but it's too sticky and it feels gross. And it's supposed to be a lip balm, and it doesn't moisturize or anything. So next thing is another kind of hyped up product, and it is a NYX Rouge Cream Blush in Boho Chic. Looks like that. And I heard someone else in a product I regret buying video say this felt like liquid in a pan, and I completely agree. It's so sticky and just, it feels like slippery almost. I don't know, it's super gross. And like, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks as though like it's melting in the pan. Like it's just, it's so gross, and it doesn't blend well on my cheek. Maybe it's just this one. Maybe if I'd gotten a different color, and maybe if I kept it in the freezer, it would turn out better, but I really don't like that. The next thing is another MAC product, which is kind of surprising because I like a lot of MAC things. But this is the MAC Rubenesque Paint Pot. It looks like that. I know I've used a lot of it, and that's just because when I first started like getting into makeup, this was one of the first high-end products I got, and I was like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. But like, I didn't know much, so now I know I didn't really like this. But it's just like a goldy, almost like rose goldy color. It is super pretty, but I use MAC Paint Pot as a base under my eyeshadows, and when I put this on as a base, even if I'm doing like the gold look, it looks kind of weird, and I don't know. I just never found myself using this, and it was too expensive, so like too expensive for me to not use it. So I'd say skip this. Okay, the next two things are from Urban Decay, and I actually was recommended this by Samantha Sherman, obviously not personally, but she mentioned them in a video. She said she loved them countless times, and if you've watched her for a while, you probably know about these. But they're the Urban Decay Cream Shadows, and they're like packaged weird. I'm pretty sure she talked about them when they were being discontinued, so they were like $3 on Urban Decay. So I'm not so upset that I don't like them. But I got two colors, and like she just hyped them up so much that I was expecting so much more from these. So I got two colors, Midnight Rodeo and Suburbia. Midnight Rodeo is pretty much the same as the eyeshadow. Midnight Rodeo is an eyeshadow that's super glittery with like really chunky glitters, and this is the same thing once you blend it out. It's just like there is kind of a champagne-y color with it, but as soon as you blend it, it's gone and you're just left with glitter. And then I got the color Suburbia, which is like a brown. And I'm not sure why I got this either, because I never use cream eyeshadows in the crease. I just find them hard to blend, and they can look, and they're just harder to work with. So I never use cream brown eyeshadows, so I don't know why I got this. It's still a little bit glittery, but you still have that color once you blend it out. I'm like really awkwardly swatching right now. Okay, you probably can't see it. Sorry about the lighting. But they just weren't worth my money, and I think I know why Urban Decay discontinued them. Next thing is an e.l.f. single eyeshadow in Coffee Bean, and from far away it looks really pretty. A little dark, but pretty. But I'm not even gonna try to show this because my camera won't focus on it. It has like, okay, on the top layer, it has like gold and red and like green shimmer on it. Like it reminds me of a Christmas tree. Like the brown is the bark, then there is the green that is the actual tree, and then the red is like the ornaments. Like this is a Christmas tree. Then once you get under, it like disappears, but there's still like, so like it is pretty pigmented, but like the glitter disappears, and then it's like spotty glitter, and it looks even weirder. I don't know, it's just a funky This just, it's weird. I don't like it. I never use it. Okay, the last two things are beauty related, but they're not makeup. The first one is the OPI Black Shatter. This is one of their first shadow polishes, and when I got this, I was super excited. I felt like such a cool cat, and I think I bought this because of like beauty guru pressure. Like everyone was talking about these, they were in every magazine, and I didn't really even like them. I didn't find it that nice on the nail. I think it looked kind of weird, but I was like, no, I have to get it. I have to get it. So I got it, and I never used it. I used it once. I used it once with one polish that was really sheer, just so I could get some use out of that polish. And just, this fad ended really quickly. Nobody wears this anymore. I never wear it, and I didn't even like it, so it was just a waste of money. And so that is all the products. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please know that if you like one of these products, don't take it personally. This is just my personal preference and what I think. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. That doesn't happen. You can't